you guys, I'm going to be doing another like kind of a how-to video. I'm going to install some fans and a solar panel to my to the chicken coop. So I want to show you what I'm doing. I got a solar panel, solar controller, terminal block, and fans, and show what I'm gonna put together here. What I'm gonna put together here is this little panel here. I've mounted a terminal block. It's got 12 terminals on it. I'm gonna hook up 6, 8 fans, and there's a solar controller that I'm using. And these are the fans. I'm gonna put these on the rabbit cage. I put a block on there so when it sits on the top of the cage, you can tell the fan's at an angle. So it'll blow it'll blow into the cage crosswise instead of straight down. But I've got my 6 fans sitting here already nailed, screwed to the blocks. All I do is sit on top of the cage. And I'm gonna take the wires and I'll be hooking these up to the wiring them, all of them up to the terminal blocks. And there's my battery and the solar panel I got. It's in the house. So here's my spool of wire. I'm gonna be using gray. These just gray wire nuts to twist all the wires together. So hook the fans to the wire here, and the wire is going to run back to the terminal blocks. So as I get all this set to put together, I'll follow up and show you how it turns out. All right, but this is the beginning, and it's a lot to put together here. So get back to you in just a second. And it's pretty cool because it's got heat shrink tubing, towel wraps, all that came with the wire. And I'm gonna hook 6 fans up now. I got 6 cages, then I got another one. I'll put a couple more fans on. But and we'll go from there. And I got staple gun ready. We're gonna staple all the wire along the roof and the ceiling of the racking, so that everything will be nice and neat. And I'll show you all that in just a second. Okay. I went ahead and did the work. Didn't get to video it because needed 2 hands. But I wanted to kind of show you what I did. You can see the fan here. This is fan's running. If you notice, I got a block on it. That keeps one side tilted. It's tilted, so the air's at an angle, blowing in. And just got them wire tied to the top. All the wiring's in the ceiling. There you go, each cage. Let me do it this way. So they got airflow. Now, this one ain't too bad because they got an exhaust fan blowing here. It kind of keeps them cool. But I got all my wiring stapled up. I want to show you what we've done. I got one over here, one over here. These aren't super high speed fans. There. Another one over here. But right now it's not cold out here. I mean, not hot. It's kind of cool. And here's what I did. Look, all my wiring stapled. But here's my distribution box. I got 6 fans, 6 fuses. Each one's fused just in case a rabbit chews on the wire or something gets short. I want to pull a fuse to cut power to one cage. Maybe no rabbits in it. Don't need the fan running. I'm draining the battery, so I'll just be able to pull the fuses. And I'll tie wrap some of this up, make it nice and neat tomorrow. This is my charge controller. As you can see, I've got it tilted sideways. I was trying to get it to fit on the board, but I think I'll tilt it back tomorrow because it makes it difficult to read. But the voltage has gone down, the battery's gone down to 12.2. It needs to be charged. So tomorrow, I'll hook up a charge controller. Of course, there's my camera right next to it. And here's the battery. We got a nice battery sitting here, deep cycle battery. Everything's tie wrapped up. So nice, neat job. And that's where we're at. So tomorrow, I already put my tools up, so I'll take that charge controller and rotate it. I got plenty of cable length, so I'll just rotate it a little bit where I can read the numbers. That way I can push the buttons and everything. And it's also got a USB port on there, so while we're out here we could charge our phones if we needed to. Cell phones. In case one start going down while we can't filming. But that's it. That's pretty much battery power. And I'll hook up. The solar panel just goes in these two connections. I'll run it out through the corner tomorrow and hook up the solar panel. And that's it. Real simple job. Just took a little time. Got plenty of airflow. It's real quiet. You can't even hear it, but you can feel it. Oh, that felt good. Rabbits just laying in the breeze. It'll be good because the temperature is going to go up to next week after the 90, supposed to be 99 degrees for a week. So we want to keep these rabbits as cool as we can. So I don't even have this fan on over here. It's kind of calm tonight. It's gonna be raining in the morning. So that's it. What can I say else? It's if you want links, you gotta send me a note. If you send me a message, what do you want a link to, whether it be the terminal block or the solar controller, solar panel, whatever you want. All right, I got to work on this camera now because I hit it and it's dropped down. So anyway, that's the way it is. Hey guys, it's hot out here. Like a 92, 93 heat factor. All right, what I wanted to bring you up with today is the solar fans installation. All right, I'm not giving a detail by everything, but I'll do as best I can. Okay. I put a DC fans on top of each rabbit cage, which is 12 volts. I'm only using 1/4 amp fans. Just want enough airflow to keep them cool. I don't want this big turbulence, noise, and blowing, so I got the 1/4 amp fans. You can get them 15.15 amps, but they don't turn very much. So anyway, I got 1/4 amps. That way you can add them together. I got 6 fans with a 1/4 amp. That's 1.5 watts. What takes 1.5 amps. So I got just now finished hooking up my solar panel. But you can see, I don't know if you can see through here. You can see my battery sitting here. I just disconnected that. Charger's in here. So let's walk down through this. There's my cord coming out of the racking. All right. And I've got a rope here. The rope's doing all the work. It's got the stress on it. As you notice, my wire's got some sag in it. I got some tie wraps. And I got it looped around the rope. So the rope has a stress on it, not the wire. You don't want the stress to be on the wire. See, the wire's still got some sag in it. Now, what I use my old basketball goal. Kids broke it years ago, so it's mobile. I can move it around, and I can find the sun with it. But coming on down here, you see, I got this big loop here side, so all the stress is on the rope. The rope's doing all the work, and there's nothing on your cable. You don't want your cable to be stressed and broken. And I got them tie wrapped in different places all the way down the line. So the rope holds the thing. Now this is mobile, so I can tilt it over, get to my solar panel, work on it, make adjustments. All right, it's not a big deal. You can see my connections right there. Solar panels up there, right connection right there. I got to cut them tie wraps, but let's just take a look at it. See, that's why I'm saying it's easy and mobile. So I'll just reach up and pull it over. Let me try to get. Oh, I have to use 2 hands. I don't want it to hit the ground hard. I want it to hit the ground. There we go. And now the solar panel's on the ground. See, the cable's out the way. This is my cable. Here's my cable coming in. So the stress point's here. Here's another stress point from here. I don't know if you can see it. I got this cable, got a little loop in it, so it don't get pulled. Here's some slack in it here. And here's the cable coming from down here. So I could probably put another tie wrap right here. you know, I can do that. Let me run and get one. But you can see the cable line, and everything's loose. Grab a tie wrap, back down the line. All right. I don't know if y'all interested in this, but let's see if I can do this with one hand. I want to put a tie wrap around the pole and around this cable. Up, sorry. Get it started. Now you can see it. And this is just for stress. I don't want nobody to yank on it. One hand. So this is just wire nuts. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. I got my trusty cutters. These are side cutters. You want side cutters so you don't leave no nubs. If you cut them off with dikes, you'll have sharp spots. That's as smooth and flush as you can get. So you want side cutters. They flat on one side. And you can get them for $5-10. Amazon. So alright, now that's cut. I got my solar panel up here. Cut a piece of wood, drill holes through it, so it sits on top of the pole. And it's tie wrapped at the other end. Let's get around here. Cut this tie wrap off. Get that one out the way. I know you could leave them up here, but I'm a stickler for detail, because I've been doing electronics for all my life, 50 years. I started in the electronic business when I was 21 years old. We're at a TV shop. There's some solar panel. It's 100 watts. And now we can stand it back up. See, it's got it tilted over, and I got sun because the sun is over here. Over here. Look at my chicken. She's sunbathing. But the sun comes from that direction, and it comes back around, and it comes back over that direction. So that's why I got to get past this tree a little bit to get the sun in the morning. And I can come out here and fine tune this. And now I got to stand it back up. It's a little tricky because it's sitting in the sun, and this metal pole is hot. So try to lift it up. It's going to pull tight, because that's the only stress point. As I go up nice and slow, you don't want to jerk, rock and roll, and pop in your cables. Boom, she's up. And then my wires, cable's tight. All right, look at there. I found my dikes. How'd they get hung up there? I don't know. Trying to tell me, come up here and cut me some tie wraps. All right, I'll do that. Let's go down the line and find them. But y'all happy with that? See how that's all completed? When I walk away from here, I'm not coming back. Solar panel's up. It'll be there for a long time. Connections easy to get to. Wire nuts, no big deal. Slack in the cable, no pulling on the wire. There's another tie wrap. It's not bad. Come on down the line. I got a few tie wraps here and there, just to keep the thing from slipping. I don't want no stress on the wire, just on the rope. It's a nylon rope. And there we go. So there's some nylon rope, and going into the shop. It's cracking. So let's go in there and take a look. See what's going on. Shouldn't need no tools in there. I want to go in there and see what I did. Like I said, I'll show you the fans. The fans, as you can see, it's turned off. It's not moving. Why? Because there's a switch on the solar controller, and I turned off the fans. I got fans up here, fans everywhere, all 6 of them. And I'll come up here, and you can see the solar controller. I'll be still, showing the solar panel charging the battery. But you see that the battery is dead. Why? Because I ran the fans all night. It drained the battery. So, solar controller putting out 12 volts with this load. I gotta be still. Alright, if I push this solar button, solar panel's putting out 14.4 volts. Right? Now, 12.6 is going to the fans. 14. There's my low voltage setting, but it cuts off at 10 when the battery gets that low. 24 hours a day. B1 is a regular, ordinary battery. And there we go. Now if I reach over here, turn the fans on, fans come on. See the voltage drops. Now it's down to 12, 11.9. turn around, you see fans are running. Alright, there's 6 fans running off of that. But I want the battery to come up. So what I'm going to do for now is cut off the load and let the solar charger bring it up. But it's only bringing it up slow. So I've got a battery charger sitting here, and I want to hook it up. This is going to supplement the battery. So now this is putting out, alright, 13.1. That only went up to 12.7. The battery's that dead, and it's putting a dead load on it. So now I can select AGM battery on this, and that'll drive the battery voltage up. Now it's 13.1, 13.2, and it's pulling 11 amps. Pulling 11 amps from the charger. See that? That battery's really dead. So I depleted it last night, and I shouldn't have left it on. But I just now got around to hooking up solar panel today. There's some solar controller. It's putting out. There's my distribution panel. Fuse for each one, each fan. I still got 6 more slots. Actually going to add a couple more fans here in a little bit. But that's my setup. So all you really got to do, the cable, this black cable here, it comes in a spool with tie wraps and heat shrink. You can get that. Solar controller comes with the solar panel. I think it was 45 bucks. Like $12, $15 for this distribution block. I like to have a distribution block. Like I said, I spent 40 years, 49, all my whole life, 50 years in electronics. So I always did electronics. So I like to have separation and be able to disconnect. I pull a fuse out of each one. If a fan shorts out, or a rabbit chews on a wire, or a rat or something, I can just pull that fuse. I can just pull one of these fuses, kill power to that circuit, and everything else could still work. So everything's fused separately. And if it shorts out, it'll probably blow the fuse. When it blows the fuse, this terminal block has LEDs, and they'll light up and tell you the fuse is blown. Now the battery, it's already starting to come up because it's got this charge row in here pushing 10 amps. So I'm gonna let this run for an hour, and I'll come back. But that's my solar setup, and there's my battery. And I'll probably change that battery out to a different battery, but that's what I had on hand. It's a deep cycle battery. Actually, that came out of an x-ray machine. A portable x-ray machine. If you've ever been to ER, you can see if they roll an x-ray machine in to take the x-ray. There's 9 of them in a portable x-ray machine. But anyway, some stuff I had left over from GE. Used batteries. When one goes bad, they replace them all, and they don't take them back. So anyway, there's my setup. For now, we're going to charge it up, get that battery back up to charge. Now that I have that turned on, just the battery charger putting out 10 amps, I can go ahead and turn on my fans, which my load right here. So now I got the load on. So all my fans are running. And since I got enough current to draw here, 10 amps, I can do that. And these fans are running good. Oh, that feels good. Oh, air. And it's not super strong air with this, but it turns air. It gets air blowing and keeps the rabbits with some air on them. Besides that, I mean, I got all these things running. Besides that, I got this fan running. It's oscillating back and forth to keep the rabbits cool. I got the exhaust fan running. And I got another fan in the coop, and it's running back and forth. Alright. And the windows are open. So the purpose of this fan is to keep them cool at night. So really don't need to be running during the daytime, but I don't come out here. I turn it off and on, so it's cost me electricity. So this blows on the chickens at noon at night when it's 80 degrees, 70 degrees. It keeps them chilled. Windows open in the hot summer. This is an exhaust fan. Exhaust fan is to, you see holes up here around the building. So all them cracks, the exhaust fan puts a negative pressure in here. Negative air pressure means all air has to come in to fill up the negative void. So as that air draws in, it circulates right across the chickens and right out to here. So it can come through the windows, come through the cracks up there, help keep the tin cool. Windows up here. So that's my exhaust fan. The purpose of that is this chicken manure puts out pneumonia, and this keeps the air fresh. Somebody's in here. Who's that? Somebody laying an egg? Good girl. Good girl. You keep up the good job. All right, I'll leave you alone. It's 85. It's 87, 88 degrees in here. Damn, that's hot. So now, if you notice, I got a filter here. At nighttime, I run this filter because if you look at the dust on it, that comes out of the chicken. When chickens are on the nest or in the coop at night, they flap their wings, they fluff around, and all the chicken down floats in the air. And this fan helps pull it all out. And you can see how dirty everything is, and that dirty there. So everything is real dirty and dusty. And that's all from the chickens. But they're not in there during the day, so during the daytime I can open this up and get some fresh air through here. And it comes all the way down through here. Actually, it blows constantly downward. It blows down. But it's blowing way down here. So just a little bit up here around around rabbits. But it gives the airflow better without the filter. But at nighttime I'll put that filter back up because I don't want their created dust and down to cause the rabbits any respiratory problems. The other thing that exhaust fan does, it keeps that coop clean and all the ammonia out of there so the chickens don't get respiratory problems and respiratory disease. So that's where we're at. We got 6 fans running. These are 12 volt DC fans. You notice I screwed one side to a block of wood so the fan would be tilted at an angle. Okay, and then that gives an angle flow into cage. It only touches on the back, so the rabbits can't do nothing. The wire's suspended in the air, so the rabbits can't get to it. You don't want rabbits getting anything. Rabbit, no matter what you put in that cage, if you throw a rag up there or a towel or a bag, they will pull it down. So, but those who want to know, that's it. Look at that one. That was running and oscillating back and forth, vibrating. And that's what we're doing. And that's how we keep my chickens cool. And that's my solar setup. Alright, that's an overview of it. Those interested, I can put links from Amazon, links for the solar panel, which comes with a solar charger. The distribution panel I bought separately. All the wiring, about a 100-foot roll of wire, 18 gauge. It's 18 gauge wire, 100 foot, two strand. And just need your regular tools. Or a pair of side cutting snips is what I use. I've been doing that for many, many years. You'll need a battery. And the solar panel hooks to the solar panel. That hooks up to the distribution. Distribution hooks up, runs the wires over to the fans, fires the wire right up, and that's it. Nothing to it. It's really an easy setup. The worst part is just time consuming. To run these wires from here, I stapled all the wires up nice and neat. I don't want nothing hanging down. All that takes time. But that's just because I'm a perfectionist and I want everything up nice and neat. But turn the lights out. Solar panel. Fans are running. Rabbit's got airflow. Baby's sleeping right underneath it. And that's it for now. Any questions? Fill in the comments. And you know that hot solar panel, it's got to be hot. Man, it's 90-something degrees. It's hot out here. But there she hangs. And you got to understand, make sure you have a rope. You don't want to run your wire with stress hanging on it. So that wire's got a lot of slack in it. There's no stress on the wire, only on the rope. I know I'm repeating myself, but that's the way it goes. Solar panel sitting up there in the sun. It's getting lots of sunshine up there. Whoa. So here in the south, I don't have to tilt it toward the north, toward the south, because that sun comes directly overhead, east to west, directly over our heads. So I can put it down flat and it would still get most of the sun. All right, that's the solar panels and my racking. I know I'm getting long-winded. I'm trying to think of all the answers, questions you might have. If you think of something I haven't brought up, shoot me a comment. Need more detail? Shoot me a comment. Like I said, I got my whole life, 50 years of electronics, so I can answer just about any electrical question. There ain't nothing I can't fix. From cars, electronics, TVs, you name it. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Oh, and Got to tell you, subscribe. The only way I can keep doing this is y'all support me. Of course, I'm not monetized yet, but support me, subscribe, give me more subscribers. I'm trying to get to that lucky number so I can monetize. All right. If I had money, think what I could do with the money. Man, if I had money, I could double the size of this racking, couldn't I? Anyway, let's do what we can. Y'all have a blessed day, and we appreciate all your support. And that's it. Give me questions if you have any. I don't negative comments. I just delete them. So I'm not putting up with crap. I know there's a lot of negative people out there, but anyway, all you good people, subscribe, and I'll give you another how-to video later. I still got to do a watering system, automatic waterer. I've got many ideas, but there's I just don't want to use a 5-gallon bucket. It's quick and simple, but I want to do something that'll last longer than 5 gallons. Anyway, we'll talk about that on the next video. Y'all have a great day. Please subscribe. Forgot you need wire ties. These are wire nuts. Grays. Get like 100 on Amazon.